Have you ever felt utterly alone even though you're married? That's exactly how my story began. At first, it was subtle. Small things. Her brushing off my attempt at closeness, avoiding my touches, acting distant. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe work was exhausting her. Maybe it was just a passing phase. I told myself that love isn't only about physical connection, that intimacy comes in many forms. But deep down, I couldn't ignore the growing emptiness. Nights became the hardest. Every attempt at closeness was met with indifference. A hand on her shoulder, a gentle kiss on the cheek. Ignored. When I tried to talk about it, her answers were polite but detached. "I'm tired," she'd say. "Not tonight." "I have a headache." Each refusal chipped away at my confidence and left me feeling invisible in my own marriage. Weeks turned into months, and patterns emerged. She'd get ready for bed, and I'd linger, hoping for even a flicker of warmth. Nothing. When I approached her, she would turn away. I tried everything. Romantic dinners, heartfelt letters, small surprises, flowers, late-night messages expressing my love. But nothing broke through. One night stands out vividly. I sat on the edge of our bed, staring at the ceiling, a mix of frustration and loneliness pressing down on me. I tried to pull her close, gently, and she muttered, "I need space," and pulled away. That word, space, felt like a wall between us, taller and colder than anything I had ever faced. It wasn't just physical rejection. It was emotional. I craved closeness, love, connection, her. Words alone couldn't satisfy it anymore. I realized then that this wasn't about desire alone. It was about intimacy, about feeling wanted in a partnership that was supposed to be mutual. I knew I had to act, but carefully, without forcing her, without crossing boundaries. I needed to reignite a spark, for both of us, to remind her and myself that we could still connect. I started small. A touch on the back while cooking, hands brushing when reaching for the same object, whispers of compliments, memories from when we first met, stories of moments that made us laugh until we cried. Slowly, imperceptibly, things began to shift. A lingering glance, a hesitant smile. It was faint, but gave me hope. Then came the turning point. We had a minor argument that evening, something about finances that escalated more than necessary. She retreated to the bedroom, shutting the door softly. I took a deep breath, stepped in calmly, letting her feel my presence without pressure. I spoke from my heart, not just saying I love you, but conveying urgency, longing, and honesty. I reminded her of our history, of the moments that bound us together, of the fear of losing her to silence and distance. She didn't respond right away. Her eyes were distant, guarded, but I kept going, speaking gently, patiently. Slowly, her walls cracked. Her hand brushed mine. She let me draw her closer. It wasn't magic. It wasn't instant. But it was real. That night, for the first time in months, we truly connected. No force, no demands, just deliberate, patient, honest closeness. Over the following weeks, our bond deepened naturally. Physical closeness returned gradually, accompanied by laughter, teasing, whispered words. She began initiating affection herself. I realized she hadn't been rejecting me out of disregard. She had built walls from stress, fear, and insecurity. By taking careful action, I wasn't imposing myself. I was giving us a chance to rebuild something authentic, something stronger than before. Looking back, I understand the lesson clearly. Intimacy isn't only physical. It's persistence, patience, understanding, and timing. Sometimes love requires stepping forward, not selfishly, but with care, nurturing the bond, and reminding your partner why you fell in love. That night, by taking action, I didn't just reclaim intimacy. I reclaimed our marriage, our emotional connection, and her trust and desire. Our story isn't miraculous. It's the result of patience, courage, and conscious effort. Love isn't passive. Silence doesn't have to win. When distance creeps in, the choice is ours. Drift apart or actively bridge the gap. For us, taking thoughtful action saved everything. I hope my experience reminds you that love sometimes needs bold, gentle initiative, guided by care, respect, and unwavering intent to reconnect.